Hi everybody, it is Barbara Schwartz and welcome to our live Q&A on Monday night. As we all know, holiday parties are mostly done. Now we're getting into actual holiday celebrations that are with our family, with our friends, whole different kind of sets of challenges that come with that. And I'm really here this evening to talk about some strategies, what to do for your success, and answer any questions. Some questions were already posed to me, but really I think they're going to be covered under the umbrella of what we're going to talk about this evening. And overall, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. So most importantly, if your number one priority is staying in your weight loss mode, staying on plan, you're not alone. So there's our Facebook community, which is still active, and the Schwartz team and the AccuWeight team, there are various members taking various days off for the holiday, but overall, we are here. We are not closed. We are open for business. We are here to help. You are not bothering us. The best way typically to reach us will be the online chat, the Facebook online community, and we're going to use these communal email addresses and ways to contact us, so no matter who's on call, somebody's going to be there to help you. So our live chat on the website and our online Facebook community. If you're not yet a member, remember right now we are on the Facebook, the AccuWeight Facebook public page, and we always welcome you here. And if you haven't done so already, please like us. That helps us reach more people, right, when we've got more followers. But we do have for our clients and our maintainers our private online Facebook community. And that's set up as a safe place to chat, to post your successes and your challenges, to share recipes and anything else you want to talk about, health and weight related. So again, to join that, if you're a client or even a maintainer, if you are a graduate of AccuWeight, you're still welcome in our online community. And again, Facebook rules for what they call a secret group. So in these private communities, the way to join is go to our homepage. At the very bottom, you're going to see it says there's a link for support group. You're going to fill out a form and you're going to complete it, and you're going to make sure to hit submit, because we hear people filling it out and forgetting to hit submit. So you must hit submit, and that's going to send whatever form is required to us. We're going to do whatever magic behind the scenes Facebook has us do. Our administrator takes care of it, and you're going to get a welcome email. Once you receive that, then you're in our private online community, and we have over 500 members, so you're not in this alone. Join the community and join the conversation if you're not already there. So that's number one. And I commend you. Look, I was talking to a client just the other day. She is down 120 pounds since July. How awesome is that? Now, she has a ways to go, and she said to me, look, there are moments that it's boring, but I feel great. I've already had a huge transformation. I have a long way to go. So I've already talked to my family. I don't want to stop, because I'm going to be together with them for Christmas. So I'm going to have vegetables. My mom is helping cook for me, and we're going to make sure, you know, luckily I've got my family support to help keep me on track. And again, look, when you've got a big journey, a big health challenge, like that young lady, if she's already down 120, she's got a way to go. Her weight was a health challenge, right? It wasn't just, this isn't only cosmetic. For some of us, we don't like how we look or how we feel in our clothes. But in a lot of instances, this is about your health. And when it is, sometimes it's just not worth even one day putting an obstacle between you and your health. So if that's the case for you, remember, I do highly recommend we make it a vegetable day, so that if you're having a meal with family, that you're able to sit down and have that meal. And one day eating out of hours isn't going to hurt you. So if your family meal is later in the day, have no guilt. Sit down, relax, and enjoy yourself. But you can stick to the chemistry, and that's not going to sabotage you. So if your Christmas Eve or Christmas Day is falling on a milk day and you need it to fall on a vegetable day, please reach out to us. Again, best way to do that is either a live chat or to reach out to us on the Facebook online community, and one of us will get back to you, and we will help you appropriately flip your calendar over from being a milk day to a veggie day if that's what you need. So let's be proactive, okay? Now, for many of you, now I should also take a step back. There are wonderful recipes that you can use. We have posted a list of recommended holiday recipes. We've thrown some holiday parties using all recipes, but there's so many recipes at the website. And again, if you're looking for those holiday treats, one of my favorites, I brought it to a friend's house for Thanksgiving. I will probably make it again, is the date truffles. They're so simple to make. They're absolutely delicious, and it's a guilt-free way to have chocolate that you can share with others, and they're going to enjoy it too. So here you're actually getting to share a treat that you can have guilt-free, but you're actually paying forward some of that guilt-free chocolate. So that's a wonderful recipe, and there's so many others. But that's an easy, simple, very kind of festive holiday treat, or the date truffles. But definitely take advantage of looking what is on the website for recipes, and make it interesting for yourself, right? There's some terrific soups. You can make it hearty if you're in the cold weather. Again, winter's upon us, and not everybody's in a cold environment. Some of you are in Florida, California, and other warm environments. We've got clients in Australia, and it is summer now. So again, use the recipes to your advantage. But let's talk about what I hear from many of you is, okay, I'm going to be around my family. My family stresses me out. I love them dearly, but holiday celebrations in and of itself make me stressed, and I eat more when I'm stressed. I don't want to insult my mother who's cooking, or my sister-in-law, or whoever it is that's hosting. There are so many things that I've heard about stress. Bittersweet. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of loss this season. We have a lot of clients who've recently lost a loved one. So there's grief, which makes the holidays very bittersweet, and our condolences to those of you who are in that situation. But again, just the most important thing to remember is that you can make it through these holidays. You can enjoy these holidays sensibly and ostensibly without gaining weight. 1 or 2 pounds is going to drop off immediately. You can expect the scale to go up. That's the food now in your digestive system and the digestive fluid to go with it. That'll pass in a few days. But you can get through the holiday season, eat a meal, enjoy it, be guilt-free, not insult people, be festive, not have to overthink anything, and enjoy yourself. And I think that's the key here. You don't have to eat where you're storing additional fat. And remember, we've been on a fat loss journey. So the goal is to enjoy these holiday festivities, these holiday meals. Genuinely participate, enjoy, be sensible without overthinking, because we're probably not going to be in a thinking place. So we just need some simple strategies. And ultimately, not be storing fat back, so that we're not backtracking. We're just picking up and resuming. We're starting our journey from where we are today, right? We don't have to go backwards, but we can stay the same and then move forward. So first thing is, and I do have this video, is on the holiday plan page. We posted it as many places as we can, because we want to not overthink. We want to keep it simple. So I'm going to give you a couple of strategies to keep it simple. This one is on the holiday plan page, and we've posted it, which is essentially an upside down food pyramid. So this is the order that you're going to consume things and the actual proportion. Water and vegetables, protein, and everything else. So it's vegetables and water, protein, and everything else. So we're making an upside down food pyramid. We're at the top of our pyramid. Like, here are my hands to the camera. So at the top, so the key is, they say it's not polite to speak with your mouth full. So that is common etiquette. But again, our taste buds are on our tongue. So if we're talking and eating, which is inevitable at a family or friend celebration, if we're surrounded by people, we are probably talking and eating. So the best thing you can do is put that knife and fork down and put a glass of water in your hand. So if anything absent-mindedly is reaching your mouth, it's 0 calorie and it's hydrating and it's filling your belly. Then when you're listening to other people's stories, that's when you pick up your knife and fork. Take a bite, put the knife and fork back down, and savor what's in your mouth. Because why do you want the food that you haven't been having? Because you miss the taste. So if your taste buds are not engaged, if you are not paying attention, it's wasted. And I like to say there's 2 ways to spell waste, W-A-I-S-T or W-A-S-T-E. So which waste are you putting that food? So we don't want to be storing it around our middle. So it is a wasted opportunity if we're not tasting it. Okay, so we want to make sure we're engaged and we're genuinely tasting and savoring. If we are tasting and savoring, a smaller portion is going to take you into further satisfaction than absent-minded eating, which is absent-minded digging down. Our habits are the things we do without thinking. And the habit is to sit down and absent-mindedly eat while we're talking to everybody. So if that's the habit, and again, that's the expected. It says if we're going to do it without thinking, what can we do to get ahead of that? And again, we want to keep this simple so we're not overthinking. Now, whether or not you're at a buffet dinner, a sit-down dinner, there's little cocktail, plates around, we're going to go with the rule of halves. Excuse me, that the cat is saying hello. She just came by I think she's looking for some extra dinner. Excuse me for a second. Come on, sweetheart. You want to come say hello? Hey, everybody, you can come say hello to my kitty. Hi, kitty, kitty, kitty. Hi, everybody. So we are with the rule of halves. So here's the key. You know approximately what you're going to take as a portion. So if you know that you're going to, take this much food, I want you to visually take half of what you plan on eating. So if you start with half on your plate, if you happen to absent-mindedly eat, then what is going to happen is you're going to reach the bottom of the plate and realize, oh, I finished. Oh man, I wasn't even paying attention. But you only took half. That means when you go for seconds, you're technically still in your first portion. So now you're going to go for seconds. And I'm going to challenge you again to go for half. So you started with half. Now you're going to take another half of a half. So in other words, a quarter. So if you now only take half of what you think you're going to eat, should you happen to absent-mindedly eat again, you still haven't had a full portion yet. So when you go for thirds, there's not an issue sabotaging your weight. So now, again, take half of what you think you want. You can always go for more, but keep going for half. If you keep going for half, you're never going to overeat, even if you're absent-minded. And in most instances, when you go for seconds, that plate is one that you're going to be more mindful when you eat. Now also think about it. If you're at your mother or mother-in-law's house or your sister-in-law's house, now they're probably not going to notice that you took half of a portion. They're probably going to notice when you take seconds. And what better compliment can you give your hostess or your host than going to have seconds? So here's a way that you can compliment the chef, compliment the host or hostess, and at the same time, you're able to be sensible and watch your waistline. So this works whether or not you're on a diet right now, the rule of halves. Now, again, keep hydrated with your water. Pay attention when you're eating, when you're talking, knife and fork down. Rule of halves. These are all simple things that you can do that are going to work toward your success. So nice and simple. Like I said, we want to keep it simple. Now, again, a lot of people have talked about how stressful it is. Again, unfortunately, I've heard about a lot of recent loss And there's a lot of grieving. So this is a bittersweet time to have holidays or to have family get-togethers and somebody significant is missing from your table and there's a void. And so it's bittersweet, joyous time. And again, sometimes our parents stress us out, or our siblings, or our aunt, or our dear friend. We love them dearly, but they drive us crazy. Whatever it is, whoever that person is, and again, trust me, I've heard the gamut as we've been talking about these things, the simple tools for stress relief. Remember that food is an inlet, and all emotions, especially stress, need outlets. So if we're swallowing and we're eating for the stress, it's a distraction. And if you're eating those carbs, yes, it's going to release some serotonin. It's going to give you a temporary food high. But that's going to disappear, and now you're going to add layers of guilt, and you're going to look for more because that temporary food high is almost an addiction. We've got to get more of that feeling. And it feels good to be distracted. But we actually need release. We need release of that stress. We don't want it broiling inside of us. So again, a couple of simple things you can do that aren't really infringing on your time with people. Shake it off. Our hands are always with us. Again, if you've ever watched, I'm stepping back so you can see, if you ever watched an actor or somebody getting ready to get on stage, give a speech, they're pacing back and forth and they are shaking out their hands. So this is a stress reliever. It literally is throwing off the stress and anxiety. But if you want something more subtle, a little paper clip or some kind of fidget toy, you can even bring a Rubik's Cube. The short, jerky motions of twisting, you don't have to be solving it, but just some kind of fidget that lets you kind of get that motion. Again, when I was first doing AccuWeight, didn't even realize it at work. I was grabbing paper clips and doing that. So any kind of short, jerky motions with your hands and wrists are going to relieve stress. So any kind of fidget toy or stress ball, fidget spinner, right? So there's things that you could be doing in public that aren't very, they're not obtrusive, they're not in the way, but you can have something in your pocket, a worry stone. It's not too late to grab a quick worry stone off of Amazon. Just something you can rub. Again, short, jerky motion, so if not the whole wrist, even the fingers. That's where sometimes you see somebody who's feeling nervous and they're twirling hair. But again, if you're being proactive about this, something a little less obtrusive. Some people spin pens. But again, some kind of fidget toy, even a Rubik's Cube that you can sit at the table and you're not being obtrusive. I think it's one of the reasons that people actually are sitting on their cell phones and going, shoop, 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 shoop. Believe it or not, watch it, right? If you're sitting and you're doing this on your phone, it's not very social. But if you think about it, you're actually moving that wrist in that short, jerky motion. So I think even though there's other digital reasons that people are getting addicted to their cell phones, I think without realizing it, one of the reasons it's giving us stress relief is that motion is actually moving the wrist and shaking off that stress and anxiety. Other simple thing to do, again, you can always go into the bathroom, or you could do it, is the shoulder drop. Bring the shoulders up and release. And bring the shoulders up and release. And 1/3 time, whew, that actually opens up the shoulders. It releases all of these muscles. And most of us do carry stress in our neck and shoulders, so that opens us up. And it also brings some stress release. Last but not least is our beautiful Qigong breathing. Again, you can do it as a group. You can do it alone. If you're feeling uncomfortable doing it in public, go into the bathroom. If you're in somebody's home, you've got a bathroom. Even if you need to go in there for a minute or two, 3 to 4 Qigong breaths is going to calm you down. It is a systemic stress reliever. Let's let it out. Let's calm our bodies down. So as a quick reminder, nice deep breath through your nose. We're taking a belly breath. And then as slowly as we can out through our mouth. Then a count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, nice deep breath in. And then as slowly as we can out. So think air seeping out of a tire, nice and slow. No stress, calm. Let that oxygen come in. and you'll find out how calming it can be to just get some extra oxygen in your system. So again, there we've got several quick tips for a healthy, enjoyable holiday celebration and season. Most important, no guilt. We're here at the end of the year. Let's have a clear vision and a clear plan. Know what's most important to you. If your health is a priority, you will find a way. We're here to help. We're here to guide. You're never bothering us. It is our pleasure to serve you. So if you need these tips, watch this video again. It's going to be on the home page. It's going to be here. Rely on it. These are tips that work. We can teach them, but we can't make you use them. So be sensible, be safe, be joyous, love yourself, and love others. Happy holidays. Have a good night.